everybody. I'm a white guy.
I'm a black guy.
And we're here to explain things.
Alright, today we're going to explain zombie video games.
Now, we're being specific here. We could talk about video games, we could talk about zombies, but we kind of want to talk about, specifically, zombie video games.
Yeah. And personally, my favorite kind of video games this side of RPGs. I'm a huge RPG fan, but that's also because I'm a huge anime fan, and I like stories. I love stories.
Well, the story is one of the most important parts of anything. I mean, I can't watch a movie, I can't read a book, I can't play a game, I can't do anything unless it has a good, solid storyline.
Yeah, it's true. It just makes it more enjoyable. Like, you can have the best gameplay ever, but if your story sucks, you're only gonna get like half the fan base you possibly could.
Yeah, like let's think of a good game like that.
Well, there's Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Because Alan Wake had a great story, like pretty much up until the end, and then.
Yeah,
but like the gameplay was just so repetitive.
Yeah, and annoying. I will admit, I mean, I really like Alan Wake a lot.
I did enjoy the game. It's just, it could have been so much better.
And actually, we have a couple buddies who started doing a playthrough.
Oh,
the great
yeah, we did.
And our friend Tyson. So if you want to watch some of that, just
we'll throw a link.
We'll throw it in right there or something like that. We'll put it in the down bar below. But regardless.
So back to zombie video games.
So one is the story. Story is always a great thing, but it's not always necessary. For example, the Left 4 Dead games.
Yeah, the Left 4 Dead games, they had like it was a very minimal story, and essentially the story was, hey, let's get out of here and stay alive.
Because it's the zombie apocalypse. Oh no! But we don't really know how the zombies came to be. We don't know why our survivors are immune to the disease. We don't know how it's transmitted. We don't know anything.
Yeah. And, like, I'm sure somewhere, like, in the writing of the game, they have all that planned out, because you can see with the characters, they are deep and rich and still compelling with, like, their little quips and all that, and like, the little half-second cutscenes that you get, like, showing the characters. You can still tell that they're fully created characters, and they're not just, hey, here's a character model, and say things.
Go.
But, like, they actually have, I have no doubt, they have a full story behind it. They just, don't tell us because it's not really needed. Something
that is just really good about Left 4 Dead is that it's not so much of a, you don't really have to think about it all that much.
You really don't.
It's a let's just kill zombies game.
Yeah,
let's just kill things.
It's beautiful for when you're pissed off. You're just like, and zombies die.
Spray and pray. So much fun. It's great. And I highly appreciate that game. Yeah. I don't know how, well, I could look up how many hours I've spent on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I were you. It might depress you.
I'm actually kind of intrigued now.
So while he's checking on that, I'm gonna start talking up another game that I just started playing a little bit ago because of him. It's as far as I know, it's only on Steam right now. It's called Killing Floor, and it is, yeah, he loves it, a little bit.
Also, I've only logged in 36 hours.
Oh, really?
And it's...
I've kind of logged over 100 hours.
It's like me in Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
to Killing Floor, which this one has a lot more experience on it than I do. I just started playing, like, what, a week ago?
Yeah, just about a week ago. So let me explain Killing Floor a little bit. Killing Floor, the whole story behind it is, one, it's a British game.
Yeah.
It's a British-made game.
All the money is in pounds. Everyone has a British accent.
It's funny. It's funny. And the story essentially is there was a mad scientist who wanted to try to create better humans, but he used corpses or something like that. And what he did was he experimented on corpses and on live humans, and they became his specimens. So there's like the basic, just the walker, and when they start attacking you, they slow you down. There's some that have a giant blade attached to one of their arms, and they run really fast when they're aggravated. There's a hybrid human arachnid one.
I hate those ones so much.
Crawlers are annoying. That's why you gotta shoot them when they're far away. But anyway, so there's a whole bunch of different types of specimens. They're not zombies.
They definitely move and look like zombies,
but we don't know if they're undead. They're just specimens.
Yeah.
But everyone calls them zombies because, you know, it's a lot easier.
Zombies. Yeah.
But this game is scary. Where Left 4 Dead, after a while, it just, you know, the scare wears off, and you're just like, yeah, killing zombies. The freak factor of killing floor never leaves you.
Yeah, because everything is dark. Like, there are only, like, what, 2 maps that are, like, out in the daylight?
Yeah.
And even then, there's still sections of those maps that you have to go inside a construct.
And it's scary. Also, that map, Mountain Pass, has a bunch of trees. And as we all know, running through trees with zombies chasing after you is not something that we like to think about, because that's scary, man.
Yeah, because it's just, they pop out of nowhere, and there's one specific type that are invisible until they try to attack you. Stalkers.
They're great. They're these little naked girls that just like to run up and go, sneak, 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 sneak. Yeah, they're fun. But it's great. The game is great, and there's tons of maps, and
then there's mods, there's all that nonsense that you gamers are gonna enjoy. That's just like, hey, let's take this about it and change it.
Another great thing about it, you can have a squad of 6 instead of a squad of 4.
Yeah, rather than your normal games that are gonna give you 4, you've got 6 teammates to deal with, and also one really cool thing is with the deaths. So when you die. I really like it because it gives like another level of difficulty and a reason not to die. Because with some games where it's like you die and then you just use a life and you come back and you have all your stuff. When you die in this, you lose all your money and all your items.
Everything is
so you have to get back up and try and fight your way with a pistol to having enough cash to then buy everything else. And that, to me, it's a solid gameplay thing because it gives you more of a reason not to die.
Yeah. Also, if you die and you look closely at your body, they feast upon your flesh.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yeah, you actually get an achievement for killing all of the zombies that are feasting upon your buddy's dead body. Yeah, there's an achievement for that.
There's an achievement for everything. So, let's get on to some of the things like inside zombie games. Like,
one of my favorite things about zombie games is okay, our generation is more likely than not going. No, we are the most prepared for the zombie apocalypse.
It's true, because
when it happens, we are ready.
I mean, think about it. Most of us play video games, and most of us are a little on the crazy side. And so we're ready for just hordes of people, like hordes of infected people, to just start showing up and just start bashing away with melee weapons. If you're lucky enough to have a gun, start shooting heads off.
Well, but the thing about guns is that they run out of ammo.
Yep, which is why I've gotten good at using melee weapons in my preparations. Because actually some people, like working with, like off of a prompt of something on the internet, have created zombie plans, like full-on detailed plans of how they're going to survive a zombie apocalypse.
They're so good, and some of them are actually, I would model my own after that, but some of them are just...
Some of them are, I'm going to board up my house and sit there.
You're going to die.
Yeah, you're going to die.
You're gonna be dead, and I'm not going to come save your ass, or the rest of you. But these plans, zombie plans are great. And playing zombie games, it might not help you, physically, like, really, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go to the gym. Take a martial art. Learn how to actually wield a weapon. Don't just, play video games and be like, oh yeah, I know how to use all these, and then you get in like, it's so heavy.
Because if a real zombie apocalypse does come, remember that in the first initial wave, in order to survive, you don't have to outrun the zombies. You just have to outrun the people next to you.
Oh, I was going to say friends.
Oh, I was kind of taking a more happy approach and hoping that my friends are also staying fit.
Well, that's true, but I mean, some of them just don't.
Yeah, and some of them are constantly hurt.
It's not my fault.
In essence, you've gotta keep up your strength if there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, so that you can fight off the zombies.
And actually, one of the since we're talking about zombie video games, one of my favorite games that emphasizes that is Dead Island. Now, here's some things about Dead Island. When I first heard about it, I got super excited. I I thought that it was going to be the first video game closest to what would actually be like in a zombie apocalypse, and it kind of is.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. One of the things that I love about it is that you have a stamina bar, and that every time you swing a weapon, when you start to run, you get tired. As you get more tired, your attacks get less your attacks become less effective, and you have to back away from the fight and take a breather. Luckily, a lot of the zombies are slow enough so that they don't just instantly, oh, he's backing up, I'm gonna speed up.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
But
it gives you a chance to actually sit back and breathe, and then you can dive back into the fight.
like, you would in real life, because let's face it, none of us are strong enough to take a bat and just keep swinging for hours. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's just kind of ridiculous, and that's one of my irks at a lot of video games, is that, yes, you're awesome, yes, you're super strong because of whatever, you're still essentially a human.
Yeah, you still get tired, you still, want to rest, you want to take a break.
I mean, come on, even Superman gets tired.
So, that's one thing I like about Dead Island. Another thing that I really like about it, originally I thought that when they were first coming out with the game, I thought that the only way to actually kill a zombie was to cut off the head, or to smash in the brain.
Yeah.
They didn't do that quite exactly. If you do more damage to the head, then yes, they die a lot faster. But if you cripple their limbs and their body enough, if you just deal enough damage, eventually their bodies give out.
Yeah, and they just can't they can't move anymore.
Exactly.
Like, with some zombie games, you can shoot those things in the legs for days upon end, and it takes forever to knock them out. In Dead Island, you can just chop off their legs and then they're slow.
Yeah, and then they're having to crawl along if you actually, sever off their legs. You can also,
Yeah, you can sever their legs and arms, and then they're stuck crawling limbless, and it's kind of funny to watch.
It is kind of funny to watch.
Another thing I like about zombie games is that you can run the gambit of, any type of zombie games. You can go from survival horror, you can go from, sneaking around and being scared as fuck every time you turn a corner.
Oh, I love
And then
those
you can
games.
go to the kind of hybrid where it's yes, you're still kind of scared, but you're doing a lot of running and gunning.
Yeah.
And then there are some games where you just destroy swaths of zombies. I think it's Dead Rising or something like that. The one where you're trapped in the mall.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, Dead Rising. I haven't played it that much, so I don't know that much about it. But I know you just kind of carve through just hundreds of these zombies, and it's
one thing I like about Dead Rising, the same with Dead Island, but even more so with Dead Rising, is the pure found weapons aspect. You find weapons,
and then you have to MacGyver them together.
and then you can just kill for days.
You can find a riding mower and then attach chainsaws to it, and it's kind of ridiculous. But admit it, you'd want to do that.
Yeah, you would want to go around on a riding mower with chainsaws or swords all over it, and then just go.
That's actually a good segue to my next point. Is if there was a real zombie apocalypse, you would have to need to know how to put together things to work as weapons.
This is true.
Because,
very true.
Let's face it, you're not just going to be able to run down the street and find a katana laying there. Yeah, it's just, they're not going to be there. So you're going to need to figure out how to, take, a twig and combine it with, and, grab some tape and tape something to it. Which means you do have to be a little smart to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
One of the best weapons I saw in Dead Island took some serious brains. Because they'd take, a bat or something like that and tape a battery to it, and then take that battery and make the charge go through some metal that was at the tip of that stick.
Oh, yeah, the electrified nail bat.
And so you've got a nail bat that's also got electrification on it. It's just going to deal more damage, shutting down the limbs easier. But,
yeah.
You gotta have some brains to do that.
A lot of the more modern zombie games are allowing that creativity to come out.
Do things that you would,
Yeah.
however you think to survive. Because let's face it, my plan for survival is not going to be the same as Ziggy's.
No, they're going to be completely, maybe not completely different, but they'll be different enough so that his will work better for him, and mine will hopefully work better for me.
Yep. So I think that's a good amount of time. We're probably about run out for what YouTube will let us. But let me just recap for a second on these zombie video games. Zombie video games, we love them because there's versatility. They let you do whatever you want. They also let you do stuff that you would actually want to do in real life. But remember, you've still got to work up your strength in real life if you think you're going to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and just to recap, if you're interested, some games that we recommend looking into are games like the Left 4 Dead series,
Dead Island,
Killing Floor, Dead Rising. If you want another take on zombies, go for the what are they called?
Which series? Resident Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil games. Resident Evil games are great.
Yeah, Resident Evil is a game that gets really real, a lot of realism into it.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't really talk about them so much, but they're fun. But we could talk about them if we talk about horror or thriller.
Yeah, more horror thriller games. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all the time we've got. I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah. I'm a white guy.
I'm a black guy.
And we just explain zombie video games.
Alright, so if you liked us, show us to your friends. If you don't like us, show us to your enemies. Regardless, just show us to someone. And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, if you have anything for us to talk about, just leave it in the comments below. And with that...